Welcome once again. This is News Tonight. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. And of course, first, let's look at the Presidential Press Unit, where President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has officiated over the opening of the 2 days Namonke Kera Liawo Shen Industry Park Trade Show at Bazaar in Kapeka, Nakaseke District, with the call to Ugandans to embrace industrialization, noting that it's the only game changer which will drive Uganda out of poverty. Museveni also hailed General Salim Saleh for tirelessly embracing development.
Kurwachi abantu bange mu Luwero wano magombarra gano agari kumpi ne Kampala, Makulubita, Gombe, Masurita, Kachiri, Semuto, Namayumba, amagombarra gari okumpi. Kurwachi temujumbira ndozo waro ababagumaza ababagumariza mu bitaliimu abantu abo ngenda kubekenenya ate bayinza kwetuusa kw'ekikolimo kubanga okuwugula abantu baffe ne bataganyirwa mu mikisa egiriwo ya Uganda baba abakikola beeretera ekikolimo abagumaza abantu baffe. Nawulirako nti bwe twali tugaba emwanyi ensigo z'emwanyi Operation Wealth Creation bwe yali ezigaba nti waliwo ababagamba nti ezo ensigo tezigenda kubala nti miyini gya nkumbi. Mwakiwulirako ekyo? Mwakiwulirako? Eyakibagamba yeekolomedde kubanga kyabulabe okuwugula ne bakugumariza mu bitaliimu. Kati njagala kubasaba nti Uganda ebakoledde ekyenjawulo okubaleetera akatale ak'amaanyi bwe kati ekumpi naffe abali kumpi ne Kampala. Nammwe nze ndi wala eri mu Lukoola abalabe beeyo bazukuka. Bw'osomoka wano Mayanja n'ogenda mu ddwaniro abalaalo bagagawala kubanga bawuliriza okwabula kwaffe ne batandika okulunda ente z'amata ne bakyusa ente. Wali emitala wali eddwaniro eri Ngoma tewali enguudo mbi naye enyingiza y'amaanyi. E Masaka bawuliriza okwabula kwaffe ne balima emwanyi kati bagagawadde munange e Masaka bagagawadde abanga b'ekisozi bali mu Mwenge nembegayirira banange okutuusa lwe bazukuka naye kati bali bulungi bayita mu mwanyi. Abantu baffe besese bawuliriza okuwabula kwaffe ne bajumbira ebinazi bali bulungi. Lwe nasemba okugendayo omukulembeze wa NRM yatugamba nti abatunda omuzigo gw'ettaala banaatera okusenguka kubanga tewakyaliwo akozesa omuzigo gw'ettaala.
Now, a detailed version of that story will come in English at News Tonight, 10 o'clock. Now, as we move on to the First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni has officially launched the Emerging Leaders Program at a ceremony held at Makerere University. According to the First Lady, the program is designed to ensure that university graduates possess the necessary character to successfully navigate life's challenges post-campus.
Mrs. Museveni described the launch as a significant milestone aimed at instilling moral discipline in the younger generation while nurturing transformative leaders for the future.
Today, we are gathered here in these numbers under the huge tree which came out of a mustard seed now called the Emerging Leaders Program. It is needless to say, therefore, that this is a program that I hold dear in my heart because it has the potential to nurture the young generation of Uganda's leaders and to shape the destiny of our nation.
She emphasized the urgent need for such an initiative given the growing number of youth engaging in unproductive activities such as sports betting.
Especially through what is commonly known as sports betting, that has led to many university students dropping out of school. For a long time, this state of affairs has been a real burden in my heart, and I have desired to help our young people rise above it. Over the past few years, we have all experienced our young people grapple with many challenges, such as alcohol, drug and other substance abuse, sexual immorality and gambling. And I understand gambling is spreading widely among our youth.
This pioneering program aims to ensure that students graduate not only with academic knowledge but also with the character and skills to face the complexities of the 21st century.
Drug abuse. 57 first-year students, which is 6.8%, have used and are still using drugs. Another 17 students, that is 3.6, used drugs before but reported having stopped. Of the continuing students, 80%, which is 7.7, are using drugs. Another 69, which is 6.6%, reported they had used drugs before but had now stopped.
The stress that follows these developments has in many cases led to the loss of the ability by students to study and staff to carry on with their duties. Cases of suicide among students have been recorded globally. It is an urgent necessity to tackle this problem in order to ensure the health of our emerging leaders.
Over 130 students and 40 lecturers have already undergone training to serve as facilitators of the program, helping to advance its core principles of character and integrity building. Crispus Arinitswe, UBC News.
Now, the newly appointed caretakers of Kampala Capital City Authority have taken over from their outgoing counterparts. Dorothy Kisaka, who was recently relieved of duties alongside her deputy David Luyimbazi, have handed over to Frank Rusa and his other team who were appointed in acting capacity.
The in and out movement at Kampala Capital City Authority began at around 12:30 p.m. on Friday. Outgoing and incoming executives at KCCA were here to respectively hand over and assume office. The arrangements followed the appointment of an interim technical team at the authority. The ceremony, held behind closed doors, was before it was extended into individual offices. Frank Rusa took over as acting executive director, Neuro Robert as his deputy, and Sarah Zarwango as acting director for public health. All this was overseen by Minister for Kampala, Hajat Minsa Kabanda.
This is not a permanent solution. This is a tentative solution because we could not leave KCCA to run as it is. We could not operate. All the operations at cases were at stop, so we could not wait for the advertisement.
She decried negligence at Chitezi garbage collection site that caused these leadership changes.
The executive director, yes, in April this year, we asked for money from Parliament, but the director of public health wrote to the executive director reporting about the happenings in Chitezi, and they did not react. I think that was the main issue.
She stressed that such extended to the technical team, which is said to have disregarded potential investors in solid waste management.
A presidential letter, he indicated 175 investors who approached him and they wanted to add value to our garbage, which is a serious problem in Uganda or in Kampala. And he sent them himself to KCCA staff, the KCCA officials. Even in his letter, he mentioned, he talked about it, that he's been sending potential investors in KCCA, but they are just turned around and they did not do anything.
Kabanda says the search for substantive mandate holders is on to ensure effective operations at KCCA.
I understand public service has already put up an advertisement. Don't apply to us, you apply through public service. Because for us, we don't have that authority of giving a job in KCCA. So many people have been approaching us, but as ministers, we don't give jobs. You apply through Public Service Commission.
This is happening at a time potential investors in solid waste management at Chitezi and other city areas have been identified. Justina Kami, Faith Kayen, UBC News.
Farewell, 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 Mama Chisaka. Now, former leader of opposition and member of parliament for Nyendo Mukungwe, Matthias Mpuga, has advanced plans to introduce a constitutional amendment and electoral reforms. Mpuga joins a number of leaders pursuing similar discourse, with a recent being Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs Norbert Mao. Mpuga, among other things, seeks for a second tier of parliament being led by unelected deputy president of Uganda, restoring term limits and decreasing the size of parliament.
The road to 2026 general elections is still registering various junctions as political players continue to express the desired legal harmony, especially causing for amendment of the Constitution of Uganda. On 26 October 2023, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, wrote to the Attorney General seeking guidance after registering a number of requests from MPs proposing various amendments to the Constitution. The Speaker urged for a Constitution Review Commission to study the proposals before Parliament could take interest. However, Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs Norbert Mao, during one of the plenary sessions, notified the Speaker of Parliament about inadequate funds to institute the commission.
We want to know why we are having piecemeal constitutional amendments. That's one. Two, when do we have a Constitutional Review Commission in place?
Since we don't have all the money for the Constitutional Review Commission, we have decided to recommend to the President and the Cabinet that the Uganda Law Reform Commission takes charge of the process. It's a constitutional body. It is capable of doing that job. All that will be required is to beef it up with some additional members.
Minister Mao, however, joined the queue to propose for various electoral reforms and constitutional amendments, including introducing electronic voting and change from presidential to parliamentary system.
There will be no doubt as to how many voters were registered at a polling station, how many actually showed up and voted, So that means now it will not be possible to take ballots after the election because the machine will already record who has voted and even at what time.
Mao further addressed how the proposals will enhance transparency and trust in the electoral system in Uganda. Despite the proposals by Minister Mao, Nyendo Mukungwe Masaka, Member of Parliament Matthias Mpuga, thinks otherwise.
Parliament is about to become the biggest national rally. Problem with many political actors, they don't want to think. They want to do basic things. We need to delve into some thinking of what we can do to change the fortunes of our politics.
Mpuga has advanced proposals to introduce amendments to the constitution and electoral reforms. According to Mpuga, the proposals are in threshold, targeting Articles 260 and 261 of the Constitution.
The articles that can be amended with the Parliament and a referendum. The second will be under Article 261, the second bill, those areas that can be amended by Parliament and local governments, district local governments. Then the third bill will be about those areas that can be amended by Parliament alone.
Mpuga also wants to restore presidential term limits.
Not just restore, but entrench them. Because the article that had them was fair weather, Article 105. Now we need to restore them and then even entrench them.
Important to note is that the former leader of opposition proposes that a vice president is elected. Mpuga asserts that the elected vice president will then chair what he called a second tier of parliament, dubbed the upper parliament, consisting of 39 members. This will also be after a reduction of the size of parliament.
And I'm proposing the president and the deputy should not come from the same region. We'll chair the upper house, and the upper house, like I'll propose later in detail, will have only 39 members from the original 39 districts before the making of the 95 Constitution. I'll make provision for their purpose and role.
Mpuga emphasizes that the proposals are his individual arrangement after disagreeing with the National Unity Platform, NUP opposition party, on the amendments. The Parliamentary Commissioner defends the timing of the proposals with the Electoral Commission calendar.
There will be a ballot box for a referendum question, such that we can save time and resources. Then the government that will be formed will implement the results of the referendum.
It should be noted that the Supreme Court decided a number of reforms in the case of Amama Mbabazi versus Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Electoral Commission and the Attorney General in the Presidential Petition number 01 of 2016. Daniel Mugoya, Farida Namfuka, UBC News.
Now, the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni, has commended the proprietors of Noahs Ark Children and Youth Ministry, Papa Piet and Mama Peter Bwendejek, for their dedication to caring for children of all ages with various needs. Mrs. Museveni inaugurated these facilities at Noahs Ark Children's Center.
It was part of celebration marking 25 years of Noahs Ark ministry in Uganda. The vibrant ceremony, featuring performances by the children, was attended by notable figures. Noahs Ark, a Christian organization, was founded in 1999 by Mr. Peter Piet and a wife in their rented home. Since 2006, the organization has expanded to a large compound in Kalagala, on the outskirts of Mukono. It now encompasses a children's home with small-scale family units, a medical clinic, a primary school, a secondary vocational school, a church and other facilities. The organization cares for abandoned and vulnerable children of all ages. Mrs. Museveni expressed gratitude to the founders of Noahs Ark, who traveled from Holland to Uganda, answering God's call to care for abandoned and vulnerable babies.
Coming to Noahs Ark really is another truly humbling experience for me and I'm sure for many others who come here from time to time. It's amazing that a man and his wife came to Uganda and decided to help the children who needed all the help they could get. Children whom they were picking from dust bins and rubbish bins and toilets, and they bring them. The way they hold hands, they hold the babies and feed them on bottles and feed them with syringes, and it's an amazing experience.
The First Lady noted the significance of the name Noah's Ark, drawing parallels to the biblical story where Noah's Ark provided shelter and refuge. She further described Noah's Ark Children and Youth Center as a beacon of hope, offering a better life and future for those whose destinies are being transformed. Mrs. Museveni cautioned the youth against associating with peers who might lead them astray, emphasizing the destructive potential of negative influences.
Today, young people in this country and across the globe face immense peer pressure that leads to immorality, HIV and AIDS, pregnancy, and school dropouts. Honor your bodies because you are the temple of the Holy Spirit, and avoid the company of the wicked who seek to defile you.
Papa Beard shared that he and his wife, Mama Peter, started Noah's Ark out of their love for children. He admitted the journey hasn't been easy, often breaking his heart.
Digging children out with my own hands out of pit latrines is the most horrible thing you can ever see in a nation. If I didn't know that God wanted me to be here and serve in this nation, I would have given up a long time ago.
Reporting for UBC, Baguma William.
Thank you very much there, Baguma William. Now, renowned Ugandan journalist, politician, and corporate executive Ona Peter Ekomalot, affectionately known as Ona, left an indelible mark on his country's media, politics and business landscape. Born in rural Amoria district, Teso, northeast Uganda, Ona's life was a testament to the power of perseverance and determination raised by his community in rural Amoria. Ona's early life was marked by adversity, including the loss of his mother. Despite these challenges, he perceived and persevered and fueled by his passion for education. Ona attended Makerere University, where he studied mass communication and graduated in 1989.
My story is your story. But I must thank those who have made it possible, the preparation, my team in legal and corporate affairs, the fabulous ladies who are here. Thank you very much. The management of Nile Brewery is led by Adu. I have no words. I would almost say, as Trump says, the system has been rigged in my favor. System is truly rigged, but I accept the results.
So, Ona, I'd like to first of all congratulate you upon your retirement. You've given to this business, I think, 17 years of your life, and the mark you leave here today will forever be remembered.
We appreciate the effect you've had in our lives personally and professionally.
Through him and Nile Breweries, Nile Breweries was one of the leading companies in helping take vaccines with campaigns, and he's also helped donate oxygen tanks to the hospitals when things were getting critical, and that was also a big legacy.
My father is a kind, handsome, happy, and a jolly man.
He's an empathetic soul. He is the kindest man this side of heaven. We are so honored to share his last name.
So I want to wish you all the best. Congratulations for all the achievements. And I'm very proud to have been associated with you.
Donna Peter, I know, is a very cantankerous man. When we were in A-level, Donna Peter advised me that the two of us were more intelligent than our economics teacher. He took it upon himself to teach me economics. By the grace of God, I passed.
Today, I walk across the streets of this city, ambitious. For Nile Breweries gave me a family. It gave me a life. A family that transformed me from the dreamless girl I was into the ambitious woman I now embody.
So, those who have been asking me now, can you show us some of your successors? He's one of my successors.
I think Nile Breweries can prove that those who don't sip can do a better job to market Nile Breweries. As the people of Teso, we are grateful to Nile Breweries.
Chairman, please expect us to be coming to you. The power and the presence in this room is also a testament to how credible Mr. Onapito's pedigree is.
When I hardly used to sit in the office, it was a tireless effort to get us to where we are today. And in many ways, that brand sits at the center of the success of this organization, and we owe that to you. So we really thank you.
For my comrades and colleagues at State House, when we worked with Onapito was not dismissed from State House. He left on his own.
So I want to thank you, Onapito, for flying the flag of Teso High. I want to thank you for flying the flag of Amuria High. I want to thank you for flying the flag of Wera very high. And we are looking forward to working with you and doing whatever it takes to transform our area.
All my colleagues in the corporate world, wherever you are, the trade associations, PSFU, UMA, Alcohol Association, the occasion has been wonderful because of you.
Onapito, you will greatly be remembered. May your soul rest in eternal peace. As we move on to World Patient Safety Day, State Minister for Health in charge of general duties, Honorable Nifa Kawoya, has acknowledged the progress made by Uganda in enhancing patient safety, while also calling for increased efforts to improve the quality of healthcare delivery. The minister was at a celebration of World Patient Safety Day at Wakiso Health Center 4.
Being the first ever celebrations, the Minister of State for Health in charge of general duties, Nifa Kawoya, expressed gratitude to the World Health Organization for initiating the observance of World Patient Safety Day, which aims to improve patient safety and enhance healthcare globally.
Medics, you must do no harm. And all nurses and midwives and medics, they take an oath chosen by God to serve and save a life. And that is why we're here today. The safety of a patient is not only our safety as we, but it is more to our health fraternity.
She stressed the need for collaborative efforts to reduce preventable harm. The minister highlighted the dignity of every individual seeking medical assistance, noting an opportunity for health workers and communities alike to unite in promoting patient safety.
We love you, and we want to thank all our health workers. They endure a lot. They work at 24 hours. During the COVID, others were running away. They soldiered on. Ebola came. They soldiered on. Now Mpox, which God wants to bring it today, they are there.
The executive director, Uganda National Health Consumers Organization, Robina Kaitiritimba, lamented the widespread issue of diagnostic errors, which can lead to ineffective treatments and sometimes even fatal consequences.
So we want patients to know, we want health workers to know, and patient safety at health centers is to make sure that when patients come for care, they do not get worse or go away with the diseases that can be prevented. So government is increasing the areas where health workers and hospitals can protect patients.
Kaitiritimba also underscored the importance of community awareness in improving health outcomes, encouraging health centers and service providers to work closely with communities to ensure that preventable diseases such as sepsis are detected early and treated effectively. World Health Organization reiterated the global commitment to patient safety, highlighting the Global Patient Safety Action Plan 2021-2030 as a roadmap for reducing diagnostic errors. Leaders called for renewed dedication and concrete commitments towards improving diagnosis for patient safety in Uganda.
We have the routine client satisfaction feedback initiative. Again, we have the guidelines here. Again, this one is helping us to listen more to our clients, to listen more to the patients, the issues, the concerns they have, and how we can address them.
The theme of this year's event marked improving diagnosis for patient safety, accompanied by Get It Right, Make It Safe, shines a spotlight on one of the most critical elements of patient care. Sudat Kaye and Robert Whiter, UBC News.
Now about World Tourism Day, Uganda has joined the global community in celebrating World Tourism Day with national celebrations taking place at Nyakasanga Playground in KCCA municipality. Let's hear more in this report.
During the event, the Minister for Tourism, Honorable Tom Butime, who represented the head of state, encouraged the people of the Rwenzori region to maintain peace to attract more tourists to the country.
Otherwise, what brings us to KCCA today is to make sure that communities rebuild, that we restore hope and foster peace here in KCCA.
He emphasized that the ministry is actively working to enhance the tourism potential of Uganda, which will lead to increased visitor numbers and revenue generation.
Through the resumption of tourism activities, that these regions are able to recover, create jobs, rebuild infrastructure, and offering their people a path to a bright future.
The State Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Godfrey Kabyanga, expressed gratitude to the President for restoring peace through the UPDF, which has facilitated numerous events in the district.
Thank the Ministry of Tourism for choosing KCCA as venue for Tourism Day. Thank you very much. General Muhanga for coming in promptly to come and fight NDF when we had the recent attack. And we also thank the President for coming to our rescue.
Erifasi Muyindi, the LC5 chairperson of KCCA district, highlighted that the celebrations promote the NRM manifesto by fostering social and economic transformation.
Still, this is also in line with the NRM manifesto pillar, which is talking about socio-economic transformation and political integration. We are grateful to government. I don't know what words I can use, but we are saying, the people of KCCA, we are saying bravo to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
Various stakeholders in the Rwenzori region have also expressed their appreciation to the government for selecting KCCA district for the celebrations, noting that it has positively impacted the local economy.
Government for having chosen KCCA in particular. It wasn't easy. We have Makizon Falls, we have some other areas in the north, in eastern, but it means a lot for us.
Key contributions from local figures such as Marilyn Kabugo and Kilthuha Francis that underscore the significance of tourism in the region. Charity Marion Imnat and Moses Mutabali for UBC News.
And at the port, local leaders and road users in Lango have appealed to government for immediate intervention to decongest the current overwhelming traffic at Kango Masindi Port ferry. For the last 4 days, crossing to and fro Masindi Port has been a serious hurdle due to the limited capacity of the existing ferries vis-a-vis the number of vehicles crossing over through this alternative route after the closure of Karuma Bridge.
This queue is what meets the eye as one arrives at the ferry site both in Kango and Masindi Port. Small cars and heavy trucks take different lines as they wait to be allowed in shift of about 6 to 10 cars to access the docking site. From here to the docking site is about 1 kilometer. It is manned by traffic police on both sides. Motorists we have spoken to have spent here over 4 hours and are not sure when they will cross to the other side. Maxwell, a truck driver, says the delay is causing them to enter unnecessary expenses.
The journey which we would have used little money, just increases too much.
They
cross the Karuma, we pass there, Budongo Forest, they steal our trucks, our luggage. We are stuck.
Others say they are counting losses due to the delays.
With the business, it's all about time. Such things, you fail with your business. So it's really too bad for us.
And I've been here for over 3 hours and we are still here. As you can see, at least you've recorded, you've covered. So people are doing badly off. This is very terrible. Something needs to be done. We have 2 ferries, yes, but things are just not well. Yeah, we need help.
Since the closure of Karuma Bridge, majority of motorists resorted to Apache Masindi Port route as a cheaper alternative to connect to Kampala. Yondra has added another ferry, but their capacity seems smaller to effectively handle the heavy traffic. Both ferries make about 30 trips a day. Each ferry carries between 5 to 8 cars and about 90 passengers.
In less than a week, all these road stretch is seriously bad as we talk now, because several vehicles from the side of Arua and Gulu are passing through this route to Apache Town and then to Kango. But as the community of Apache, we're already worried that the people who are piling at the ferry site may cause insecurity again. They are forced to sleep there. Sometimes they sleep in their vehicles, and so they have to look for their refuge around.
On Wednesday, the matter was also raised in Parliament and government promised to meet leaders from the region to devise solutions.
What we expect government to do is, number one, to grade the road from Dokolo to Amolatar and then the other side of Nakasongola. And this one takes the first call where people are passing through the parks. You have also heard that people are being charged. Is it our mistake to close the road? People should not be punished for what they are not responsible for.
The district chairpersons in Lango want government to use this experience to invest in domestic flight facilities.
It's a wake-up call for government. I am telling you, it will even be much cheaper for government officials to use the airline, because now for you to fuel your car, travel through the eastern route to and fro, that is already beyond 1 million.
Other alternatives they have suggested is the opening of the small bridge at the power dam, hire of more ferry operators to support the existing staff, repair of roads leading to the ferry site, and allowing free usage of the Park Road. Ediulwa, UBC News.
The State Minister for Neuro Affairs, Jennifer Kachana Myango, has handed over 1,000 iron sheets to more than 20 government-aided primary and secondary schools in the districts of Kakumiro, Chibale and Kagadi. This initiative is part of President Museveni's pledge to support schools with deteriorating structures, especially those recently affected by the devastating hailstorm.
She carried a very big luggage for us containing 444 iron sheets for 2 secondary schools. Nareyo Secondary School, Nareyo Town Council, 290. Then Kingsway in Gayaza, 154. This is going to go a long way supporting us, more structures, more space, and also to prepare for the Bunyolo University, because now these secondary school children are a low material.
I've given 506 iron sheets. These are mainly intended for schools and churches. So I've been able to successfully hand over the iron sheets, and we want to encourage the people who have received them to put them to good use. After a few months we are going back to monitor. We shall come back and monitor. Those who have not used them, we shall have to withdraw and give to those that are in need, because the demand is very, very high.
Uganda Cooperative Savings and Credit Union has held its 49th annual general meeting, where the chairperson, Bintu Juma, highlighted the significant strides made by the organization despite a challenging operating environment. In her address, she commended the union's robust performance, strategic risk management, and commitment to governance and sustainability. Let's hear more from Sudat K.
Despite a turbulent global economic climate marked by geopolitical tensions, inflation and rising fuel prices, Uganda Cooperative Savings and Credit Union reported a remarkable profit after tax growth of 19% and a revenue growth of 60%. The impressive achievement underscores the union's resilience and effectiveness of its strategic execution. The union also settled National Social Security Fund arrears amounting to 156.9 million shillings, which had accrued since 2017-2018.
We were also able to clear the NSSF arrears of Uganda shillings 156.9 million shillings, which had accumulated since 2017, which we inherited. For pay as you earn and VAT arrears was 637.4 million. We requested a waiver, and a waiver was made to the Ministry of Finance and Uganda Revenue Authority in 2022.
The chairperson reiterated the board's commitment to maintaining high standards of corporate governance, emphasizing the board's role in providing strategic direction and support to the management team.
This performance was made possible by the continued support of our member circles, partners, regulators, and all our stakeholders, as well as the relentlessness of management and all our staff in consistently delivering on our mandates.
The chairperson noted the increased regulatory risks across the sector and highlighted the importance of proactive engagement with regulators and industry stakeholders.
The board has the overall responsibility to provide oversight, direction, and continuous support to the management in order to perform efficiently and effectively. The board is responsible for corporate governance, as well as establishing a strategy and business model which promotes long-term value for our shareholders.
Members were encouraged to integrate environment, social and governance considerations reporting into their operations.
The union should revise the CAF loan product to enable more uptake of CF loan. Well, if this one is the case, also we are encouraging people to take the loan, also to look at the revision of the interest. We know people come here to borrow, they take and then they lend. We don't need to make it a burden to people, but you find there are some circles there who are crying over liquidity shortfalls when actually we have money here at the CSF.
Ukosku is committed to its mission of providing comprehensive support to SACCOs across Uganda, ensuring their resilience and success in an ever-evolving economic landscape. Sudat Kaye and Robert Whiter, UBC News.
We are at Shiloh Standard Nursery and Primary School to reward our lucky winner again for our pay school fees with Momo. We are paying school fees for a student who is lucky because the parent used our codes to pay their school fees. You can as well be our winner for the next school fees prize by dialing *165 *80# and you opt into the competition.
Umiatia going shag no go shim te luangini kanti bisho kwana tena anene wa po berane da kwani ba mi gum apu akwa yo dushu meti kere mba man me ma fen MTM kiken ba mi gum hi men.
Together we're unstoppable.
Hey kids, we're going to count today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enjoy 5 ways to love your baby, smoothen and protect your baby's skin with 5 new gentle formulations. Original to nurture your baby, aloe vera to protect your chibubu skin, cocoa butter to comfort your pinku, mild scent to soothe your little one, and avocado to soften your buju skin. Available in all supermarkets, retail shops, and cosmetics shops near you. Move it, baby jelly. All day confidence.
To help businesses recover from the impact of COVID-19, government introduced a tax amnesty through a waiver of interest and penalty on outstanding principal tax as at June 30th, 2023. Accordingly, URA has since July 2024 been implementing this waiver. To benefit, simply pay your outstanding principal tax by December 31st, 2024, and the waiver is applied automatically upon payment confirmation. This amnesty applies to domestic taxes, namely income tax, rental tax, payee, and others. Grab this golden opportunity today. For more, use the platforms displayed.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Indomie Instant Noodles is available in 3 flavors of chicken, beef, and vegetable. Buy your Indomie Instant Noodles in supermarkets and dukas near you anywhere across Uganda. Indomie Instant Noodles, Uganda's best loved noodles.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
Welcome to business. Now, a new wave of innovation has been observed in recent years, characterized by the emergence of deep technology startups that are transforming the world. However, the ecosystems supporting deep tech in Africa, including Uganda, remain underdeveloped. To address this gap, the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, in collaboration with Future Lab, have organized a 2-day boot camp in Kampala targeting young entrepreneurs and scientists, aiming to enhance the deep tech ecosystem in Uganda. As we hear more from Dennis Sigor.
The Bridging Research and Innovation Program being implemented across the continent aims to foster deep tech innovation by enabling scientists and entrepreneurs who are solving fundamental challenges to access world-class opportunities. In Uganda, the program is being implemented in partnership with the Future Lab and the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation.
We're working with have been building technology ecosystems for many years, starting with Tunisia. We're working with Open Startup, who run a brain program across different Middle East and North Africa ecosystems. They're also working with MIT, who are bringing the experience from their incubators like the Engine in Boston, which has supported the growth of very many technology companies. We think that this support will support Ugandan tech companies as well. The challenge we see is really ecosystem level for this country. There are many ideas that come up. There's a lot of research that stays on the shelves or at the university. And what we're looking at is how do we now take that research or take those companies and support them to grow.
The 2-day BrainX Bootcamp at the Innovation Village, leading up to the Deep Tech Summit in Kampala, has brought together scientists and experts to promote entrepreneurial culture among scientists.
Part of that, we run ecosystem activities to leverage the momentum that Africa is facing right now in terms of deep tech. And we organize different activities, thought leadership roundtable in Tunisia, where we produced a white mapping study with a white paper with MIT. We also did a mapping study of the African deep tech ecosystem with Brighter Bridges, and we published that to the public, because we believe that we need to build a knowledge base for innovation to happen and for change and projects to be tested and implemented.
And its inherent blockchain technologies, there's opportunities in climate tech, there's a broad spectrum, applications in genomics, etc. What we're doing with this community is understanding where is the opportunity in deep tech in the context of the world, the context of Africa, and most importantly, the context of Uganda. We're then understanding that how can we prepare ourselves, especially those who are tasked with research or discovering possibilities, with applying our knowledge, our skills, and our interest in this opportunity.
It is expected that the training sessions will equip entrepreneurs with essential skills, enabling them to effectively bridge the gap between scientific research and commercialization through pitching exercises, idea development, and panel discussions of successful entrepreneurs and experts. Mario Nawori for UBC.
Now, still in enhancing tax compliance, the Uganda National Association of Builders, Suppliers and Engineer Contractors has partnered with the Uganda Revenue Authority, URA, and the National Cement Company, Uganda, to host a major symposium under the theme enhancing tax compliance and efficiency in the construction sector through dialogue. The event brought together key players in the industry to discuss tax regulations, compliance, and the sector's pressing challenges.
Where our members could raise invoices and then they would be charged VAT immediately, and yet the government could take time before that money is paid, and members would have to go to banks to borrow money just to pay VAT and then wait for a year for URA to come and for government to come and pay them that money. So we had a dialogue again with URA and that matter was resolved.
We are trying to talk to the small and micro, because normally they are the ones that supply them, so that they know that ideally when one withholds from you, it's a credit on your side. At the end of the year, you are meant to utilize it when you're filing your income tax returns at the end of the day. So it is just creating an awareness on the other side of it.
It is one of the ways in which government strengthens the social fiscal contract, and especially in the context of the subject for this event, tax compliance, that we strengthen the tax morale so that different stakeholders can understand the rationale for complying with the obligations to pay taxes and contribute to development of our country.
One of the areas that we certainly would appeal to the rest of the people that are still not there, they need to understand the beauty and the power and the efficacy that comes with associating. And so if they would be able to be part and parcel of one another, then there will be transfer of skills and the ability for us to advise one another on how best to proceed. But from UNAPSEC members that are already, we've really made a lot of effort to make sure that our members are very compliant.
All we had time for. Let's meet again at 10 o'clock. My name is Patricia Lukoma Kango. Stay with us.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kube Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
The Uganda Muslim Supreme Council and the National Chair Lady, Honorable Sophia Kenyanji Safina, invites all Muslim women and men to join us for a momentous inauguration of the Women's Council. The event will take place on the 8th of October 2024 at the Gaddafi National Mosque Gardens starting at 9 a.m. The guest of honor will be Her Excellency Hajat Samia Suluhu, the President of the Republic of Tanzania, and the chief guest will be His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, and His Eminence Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, the Mufti of Uganda. This is a chance to be part of something truly special as we mark a new era for Muslim women in Uganda. Other activities will include launching the National Muslim Women's Circle and establishing a national fund to support a one-stop skilling and rehabilitation center.
Uganda, are you ready to kick things up to the next level? The Uganda National Lottery brings you Sports Stake 10. Predict the results of 10 football games and win big. With tickets at only 500 shillings, join the fun and make your predictions count with Sports Stake 10. Sports Stake 10, your ticket to football glory.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by